The Michigan Football Report is presented by Manscaped. Get 20% off and free shipping. Get yourself a Lawnmower 4.0. I use this bad boy about once a week. I got this Manscaped body spray. Need a little pick-me-up under the armpits. Manscaped body spray. They have hundreds of amazing, or not hundreds of products, but amazing men's grooming products. They got a ton of stuff, though. Maybe not 100, but they've got dozens, I should say, of men's grooming product. Go to manscaped.com. Use promo code GOBLUE. No spaces. I'm going to talk some Michigan football keys to victory. I've got 5 things that if they are done, or hell, at least 3 or 4 of the 5 are done, that Michigan should, no doubt about it, get a resounding victory on Saturday night against little brother Michigan State under the lights on ABC. So heading into that game, I want to get to 9,000 Twitter followers. I am about 118 short, and Twitter and YouTube where I put all my Michigan football content, right? Mostly written content on Twitter, and day-to-day conversation and video content here, of course, on YouTube. So if you like the show, if you like what we have to do here, go follow me. It's at James Yoder. Next 10 people, so from 882 to 888.92, I will follow those next 10 followers. And then, if you haven't followed after that, follow anyways, because I put out some good Michigan football-related content. It's at James Yoder on Twitter. It's time to get political, folks. I mean, the midterm elections are less than 2 weeks a day, I think 11 days from now. And your governor, Gretchen Whitmer, put out this tweet a couple days ago. Been sitting on this one. She says, unfortunately, University of Michigan's undefeated streak will come to an end under the lights of the Big House this Saturday because Tuck coming. Hashtag Go Green. And now this is a Michigan governor and Gretchen Whitmer that supports her team, Michigan State, but has she always been that consistent? Jack, why don't we go ahead and roll that footage that we happen to come across, if you will. Look at Big Gretch out there saying there's never been a time to say go blue last year. Congratulations to Michigan on beating Ohio State. She's officially proclaimed November 27th as Michigan Day. Big Gretch flip-flops more than Target, right? She's got more flip-flops than Target. You get Target the store, you go there, you buy some flip-flops. She's flip-flopping Michigan State. What kind of just inauthentic tweets has she been putting out over the years, trying to pander to both fan bases and I guess both political parties? I'm not sure what's going on. If you live in the state of Michigan, or if you don't, hell, which of these 2 candidates will you be supporting on November, whatever the date is, that midterm elections? The governor race in the state of Michigan, if you're for Tudor Dixon, give me an R down in the comments. I'll pin this comment to the bottom of the video, make it super controversial. Get in there, give me your political hot takes. If you think it's Gretchen Whitmer, who said she only kept school kids out of school in the state of Michigan 3 months, Jack, I didn't know that. Give me a D down in the comments. R for Tudor Dixon, a D for Gretchen Whitmer. Go ahead and let me know. It's the pinned comment right beneath this video. My Michigan football keys to victory, number 1 against Michigan State, is don't get rattled if Michigan State takes an early lead. I'm going to cut this part of the video. I'm going to slap it upside some people's head that start freaking out in the first quarter if Michigan State gets off to a hot start, because that's what teams are supposed to do if they are massive underdogs, like Michigan State is here, being over 3 touchdown underdog to Michigan. And you saw this maybe graphic on yesterday's video, but did want to touch on it one more time. The game plan that Mel Tucker has got is they think their only chance to stay in this game, get the upset, is to start hot and be able to have a 7 or a 10-point lead early on. They're going to script 3 or 4 offensive drives that they think are their best play calls, and their effort is to stop Blake Corum, stop Donovan Edwards. Don't let those players beat Michigan State like they have Penn State and plenty of other teams. Going back to last year, beating Ohio State with Blake Corum and Hassan Haskins. So if they come out looking hot on offense, just think back to the Penn State game a couple weeks ago. I know Michigan started off a lot better than Penn State, but Michigan was actually down right before half. Then they kicked a field goal, and then they were down. Remember, Michigan won that game 41-17, yet, was it 5, 6, 7 minutes, whatever it was in the third quarter, Michigan was actually down to Penn State in the third quarter after the Spartans got a field goal of their own. I believe at one point it was 17-16 Penn State, and then Michigan rolled off the remaining scores from there, 41-17 to final. So don't freak out early on if Michigan is down to Michigan State. All right, folks, we will have the fastest post-game show in all of college football following the game tomorrow. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, youtube.com/Michigan TV. And I'm going to ask you guys this question. What are you wearing for Halloween? I don't know, Jack. How often have you dressed up for Halloween, Jack, in your adult life, maybe 16 years old on? Ton? Not really at all. I really haven't a ton either. I would say there was like once or twice when I lived in San Francisco we did, and then I would take a lot of years off where I just like go to a bar or something like that. But I have kids. I think the last 3 or 4 years we've had some sort of costume. But we're doing a family-focused costume. My son's going as some sort of alien. I'm going as a alien kidnapping a kid, ironically. I've got an entire system where I've got this thing that blows. It's a cool system. So I'll be wearing that costume in the post-game coming up tomorrow night after the game. I'll be filming that one from home. So it'll be a little bit of a peek inside to the world of James Yoder. Let me know down in the comments, what are you wearing for Halloween? Key number 2 to this game, you got on offense for Michigan. Take what the Michigan State defense gives you, even if it's deep balls, right? As you saw in the last graphic there, Michigan State, they don't want to get punished. They don't want to get the hell beat out of them like Penn State did on the ground with JJ going for Blake Corum going for 160, Donovan going for 170, JJ McCarthy ripping off 50 yards or anything like that. So if they're stuffing the line and going, single coverage on the outside, go deep a couple times, right? Stick it to them if that's what they're giving you. If it's underneath routes, they're going to have holes in this defense. It's one of the worst defenses in Power 5. Take what they give you and exploit them in any way you can. Don't just be so stubborn and stick to the run if that was the original game plan for Michigan. Coming up, we are going to talk about potential big day for Michigan quarterback JJ McCarthy. Before we do, I'm going to tell you how you can have a big day this holiday season with Manscaped. You get 20% off and free shipping using promo code GOBLUE. They've got some awesome stuff. Let me just highlight a few of my favorite products right there. The Ultra Smooth package, right? It is crop gel. You kind of lube up down there, anywhere around, anywhere you got hair where you don't want it. Hell, it could be up here if you want. And then little crop shaver, right? Boom, boom, boom. If you want to go super close, get everything off there that maybe this guy, the Lawnmower 4.0, can't handle for you. Also with this one little exfoliator, you'll rub around down there. You're smelling good, making sure you're not don't have any rashes or anything like that. But this is the crown jewel of Manscaped, the Lawnmower 4.0. You've seen me show it on screen before. You can get it wet. You can take it in the shower. You plug it in to recharge it. It is awesome. And how about this one? I've been using this one, the Manscaped body spray. Just give yourself a little, it's not deodorant replacement or anything like that, but shh. Sorry, Jack, my bad if you don't like this kind of manly smell that I am now pushing out of the world. This is just testosterone in a bottle is what this one is. But go ahead, get started with Manscaped. Give the link to the lady or guy, whoever you want, to get you a stocking stuffer or a gift this holiday season. It's manscaped.com. You see the promo code at the bottom of the screen. Get your 20% off. Don't be a schmuck and pay full price, and get free shipping. The Lawnmower 4.0. If anything, that's the one you go with, manscaped.com. Link is down in the comments and the description of today's video. How about JJ McCarthy? Potential big day for him if Michigan State completely sells out to stop the run. This is a man, I tweeted this out on Sunday, which is kind of funny. Quinn Ewers, Texas quarterback, former Ohio State quarterback, former number one quarterback recruit of all time. He had 30 incompletions on Saturday against Oklahoma State. JJ's only had 33 all season in 7 games. 6 of those he started. Now, he's not putting up eye-popping numbers, only 9 touchdowns, 1,300 yards in 6 starts. But this is the one. He's had one 300-yard game so far this year. If Michigan's coaching staff has the right calls for the right opportunities at the right time, JJ could and should have a career passing day. Remember last game against Penn State, back-to-back 60-plus yard touchdown runs. Donovan Edwards, then Blake Corum. I believe that those opportunities will be there for JJ McCarthy to have back-to-back 50, 60-yard touchdown passes because the Michigan State secondary is super suspect, not very talented compared to the speed that Michigan's wide receiver group and tight end group will bring to the field. Donovan Edwards streaking on the field as well. Michigan's all kinds of receiving options. I call on Michigan's coaching staff to don't be stubborn. If Blake Corum, Donovan Edwards can't get it going early because 8, 9 guys are in the box, get Roman Wilson streaking on the field. Let JJ McCarthy throw till his arm hurts if that's what it takes to just completely bury this Michigan State team. But I'm going to ask you guys, predict how many passing yards will JJ have on Saturday. I keep changing my tone on this one because the more information I get, the more I look at this Michigan State defense, what they've done against other teams. I'm just going to stick with what I said a few days. I think I said 275. If not, maybe I'm off by a few, but I think I said 275. But I do think there is potential for him to go 350 plus with like 225 by halftime if Michigan makes the right play call. So I'm happy to be wrong on that one. And I'm telling you right now is if Michigan can get him going with the right play calls, he could have a big time day. Predict it down in the comments. How many passing yards will JJ have? Number 3, if you're going to the game, bring that energy, that 2021 Ohio State energy, that energy against Penn State, the energy that kind of re-brought life to this program. 2021 night game against Washington, the first time Michigan wore the all-blue uniforms, which it sounds like they're going to wear on Saturday night. It's a blue out. You're going to hopefully have some blue pom-poms, it sounds like. Wear blue. Bring energy. You got all day. Look, one of these things, all right, if you got to sneak it in, it's going to be a little cool out there. So go to the liquor store, get those little tiny guys, just put them in your pockets, put them in your socks, right? Have some fun. Get to the game early, start screaming, lose your voice, and don't be one of these guys who just get so drunk that they just pass out on the side of the tailgate or something like that, or students don't even make it to the game at all. If I see any empty seats in the student section, it's going to be a bloodbath on Monday in here. We're going to just eviscerate these students. So if you're going to the game, wear blue. Michigan really pushing this blue out, although I don't think they're officially calling it a blue out. They are promoting it on their social media. Key number 4, force Michigan State to run the ball early on, pass on second and third and long, because they can do some damage with the passing game, but I don't trust their running game at all, right? With former Wisconsin running back transfer Jalen Berger, right? Michigan State really only can get any success on the ground with transfers from other schools. They certainly can't recruit guys. He's had a decent year, right? I didn't look back to see why. I don't know if he got hurt or not. I apologize for not doing that much research on him necessarily. But against Ohio State, he had something like 7 or 8 yards rushing. So nevertheless, he is not the threat that I think Michigan State thought he was. He's not Kenneth Walker 2.0 by any means. So if you let him run early on, I think Michigan's linebackers and defensive line can keep him in check, right? Now it's 2nd and 9, 2nd and 8. Now it's 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7, or long. Defensive ends, Mike Morris, Yabioki, plenty of other players. They can come off the edge and completely disrupt the Michigan State passing game, have their quarterback seeing ghosts. And if Michigan does this, there's no way that Michigan State scores enough points to keep this game close. Number 5, and I'm going to start preaching here for a second. So number 5 is no turnovers. Don't play scared. I'm a big vibe kind of guy, right? Funny story, Jack. I've been to 2 or 3 college football national championship games since they've gone to the CFP era, and we've done the media thing, gone like the day or two before the game, and asked players questions, et cetera, et cetera. And I've actually called the winner of all 3 of those games all underdogs. Like I think it was Oregon beating Ohio State beating Oregon. Then it was Alabama beating Georgia, which I guess that wasn't an underdog. But then it was Clemson beating Alabama, that 2017 season, Tua versus freshman Trevor Lawrence. What was my thought about that is at the media availability days, they go like an hour back-to-back in like the local basketball arena, whichever city it's in. Which team felt looser? Which team's coach was making jokes? Which team was high-five, playing pranks on each other and stuff like that? And it was the teams that eventually won the game, right? Ohio State kids, give them some credit. They were having fun. They were loose. They were everything. Oregon, 2014, they felt like they were scared, stuck up, had a stick up their butt, whatever it was. So Michigan, you're at home. You're playing against a 3-4 team. I want to have the attention now of the Michigan State football players, coaches, and fans. Your leader, me, the king of Michigan football media, the number 1 Michigan football fan on planet Earth, I have your attention. This Michigan State team is not talented enough to beat you. Pretend the jersey says Western Michigan. Pretend it says Penn State. Pretend it says something else. Whatever this mental block that Jim Harbaugh's had in rivalry games against Ohio State, he got over it last year. Against Michigan State, he's really got a mental block. Think 2015. Think 2017. 2020. 2021. These are just unfathomable losses in the way they've lost. Bobble with the snap. What are we doing there? 5 throwing all over the place in a monsoon in 2017 with John O'Corn, 5 turnovers. 2020, you let their quarter, they lost to Rutgers, you let them come in and look like Peyton Manning in the big house, right, with no fans. And then 21, you just aren't ready for Kenneth Walker. You're up 16, and you absolutely kind of shit the bed and let the thing, everything go there. Come into this game expecting to crush a lesser team, a team that maybe only has 3 or 4 players that would even start for this Michigan team. You're better at every single position. You got a better fan base. You got a better stadium. You got a better merchandise deal. You got a better YouTube show. Kick their ever-loving ass. Absolutely no mercy. Throw, beat, hit, whatever you have to do to crush this team. When they hit you after the whistle, like they've been known to do over there, don't retaliate and get a 15-yard penalty, okay? Think about the Ohio State game last year. You think about their guy that grabbed a Michigan player on the ground, all that stuff. Go get in their face, but don't hit, don't push. absolutely obliterate this team. Give them everything you got, because after this one, you got 3-4 weeks to prepare for Ohio State with Illinois, and obviously a couple games in between there. But you win this game, you make a statement that Tuck is no longer coming, and Michigan State wasted $95 million giving a guy a guaranteed contract just because he won his first 2 games against Michigan. I remind you guys one more time, I'm on Twitter at James Yoder. Go ahead and follow me. I'm going to follow back the next 10 of you that do. It's at James Yoder, up to 8,892 followers. The next 10 I will follow back, but let's get me to 9,000. It's kind of a milestone that's taking me a couple months here. I don't really often ask for Twitter followers, but getting close to a milestone of 9,000. Go ahead and use me as a resource there at James Yoder on Twitter. I will have a Michigan football game day show tomorrow, taking some of your questions and having some more insights and nuggets on this game. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Go Blue.